What's up with it? Today we are going to be traveling all the way from here to keep going to the literal other side of the world. There were a lot of ups and downs. Just come with me. So our flight just got delayed. How many hours? 2 hours?
2 hours, which effectively makes it so we can't connect to our next flight.
Yes, we are flying from Chicago to Istanbul, Turkey. Istanbul to Singapore, and it's our Istanbul layover that we're not gonna make because it was only an hour. It was a risky one, and we're not gonna make that. So now we're looking at having to spend a couple days maybe in Turkey, which I'm fine with. It's fine. So now we're just shopping around. We have like basically an empty airport, which is really nice. We're just shopping, smelling some fragrances. We both need to pick a wedding fragrance, so just looking around. So it is 10 p.m. Our flight was supposed to depart at 8:30. We're in line about to hopefully take off soon. And then next stop, Istanbul. I'm gonna do everything. I think I'm gonna record everything I ate on this flight. But I probably won't be awake for breakfast, lunch, dinner, to be honest. I'm so tired. We have not slept, so I'll try my best to record everything I ate on the flight. So we live in Charlotte, North Carolina. We did a 14-hour drive from Charlotte to Chicago, okay? Then we took a 13-hour flight from Chicago to Istanbul, Turkey. We had a 6-hour layover because we missed our flights due to the fact that this first flight was delayed. And then on our third leg, we took a 10-hour flight from Istanbul to Singapore. I'm starting to get confused, girl. The time, it was getting away from me. Everything was a blur. I almost started crying at this point. But anyway, this is our first flight. Now, like I said, this was our second lap of the trip, technically. Don't ask me why we drove from Charlotte to Chicago. We had to drop off our dogs. But anyway, this is our second lap of the trip. And at this point, we were exhausted. We had not slept since the day before. But for some reason, we could not sleep on this flight. I had a middle seat, and girl, if you've had a middle seat internationally, if you know, you know, there was no sleeping to be had, y'all. But nonetheless, we made it to Istanbul, Turkey. The Istanbul airport was something I've never seen before in my life. And then we got to Singapore. But this was, I think it was coffee he was making. Yeah, it was coffee he was making with hot sand. So, you know, I had to stand there and watch. This freaking airport, dude. Actually wild. Airport in Istanbul, Turkey, and I'm telling you, this is literally the nicest airport I've ever been in my life. It's just like a huge mall. They literally have a Bottega, a Gucci, Fendi. They have everything, literally everything that you could ever need. They have literally a Louis Vuitton store, and yeah. So until we get to Singapore, this is gonna be the nicest airport that I've ever been in. We just got our tickets moved because what was our original flight time? I don't even know.
Out of here? I don't know, 6:30 p.m.
Yeah, anyway, so like I said in the last video, we definitely missed our flight. We missed it while we were still on the plane. That was a 12-hour flight. We literally boarded at 9:45 p.m. and it is 10:45 a.m. in our home time. So we were literally on the plane for 12 hours or more. Actually insane. Like, I feel like I never want to do that again. Unfortunately, we have to do it again in 6 hours. We have one more 10-hour flight. But we're just trying to make the best of it, be positive.
I gotta go collect these free food vouchers that they owe us.
Yeah. I just simply asked for a voucher. I'm not that impressed with Turkish Airlines, to be completely honest with you, because the food on the plane was absolutely disgusting. But I have a friend who took Turkish Airlines to Thailand, and she said that the food was phenomenal. So I'm just going to call that a fluke. We're going to get on the next flight, and hopefully the food's going to be fire. They provided us just like a free new flight. It was no hassle. It literally took 30 seconds, and then we're going to go get some food and sit down, even though we've been sitting for 10 hours, 12 hours. But this airport is actually literally insane. Look at this.
They all had a ceiling.
Like, there is literally like a rooftop bar up there. Like, it's actually crazy. How do you even get up there? Oh, I see as I look at the escalator, but Yeah, so this is the airport in Istanbul. Literally beautiful. Like, everything just looks expensive. We just walked by a place that makes coffee and hot sand, which is, I still don't understand that concept, but amazing.
I have a little food court over here.
So he has a restaurant literally in Dubai, New York, Miami, Beverly Hills, LA, Istanbul, London, and Mykonos, like all the most expensive places. Wow. No, it's probably really good. Like, did I mention that they literally have an Hermes, a Gucci, a Louis Vuitton, a Bottega Veneta, like everything.
Can't tell how much this costs.
I have no idea what that says. We do not know how to read Turkish money. It's very different when you're in a country like Turkey, because, for example, in Honduras and Colombia, even like Italy, everything's in English. You know, specifically in Rome, everything was in English. But we can read Spanish. We can read Spanish pretty well, so that was a lot easier to navigate, as to where, like, for example, everything in the bathroom on the flight was in Turkish. And I was like, okay, good thing I know how to get in and out of a bathroom, but couldn't read anything. I stood up for literally half the flight.
We don't have a gate yet.
Oh. Okay. Well, we're gonna go get these vouchers and we will update y'all soon. We bought this in the airport shop. So bad. It's called Reiki or something, Rakisi, but I think he called it Reiki. It's 45% alcohol. It's the worst thing I've ever tasted in my life. Oh my God, it smells like it. Okay. This is for you. I cannot, Trey. I can't. What are you filming me for? It's for you. Just throw it back. Yeah, so that was like Turkish vodka. We, like I said, our flight was delayed, so we resorted to taking shots out of our duty-free alcohol. That tasted like black licorice. If you know, you know. Immediately know. At this point, it was time to board our second flight. It was 2 a.m. in Turkey. I don't even know what hour this was. At this point, we had been traveling, I'm not even kidding, for like 36 hours straight. I was over it. My fiance was over it. The whole plane was over it. We were over it, okay? And again, I don't know why, but I could not sleep on this flight, so I watched a lot of TV, movies. I watched Inside Out 2, which I love, and we started Alex Cross. I'm also reading The Boyfriend by Frida McFadden right now, so I read a lot of that. They had a live camera that you could watch from the front of the plane, which I thought was weird, because, you know, UFOs and everything. But we made it. In Singapore, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm starting to shut down a little bit. That was a 10-hour flight, and I can't be responsible for anything right now. I can't think straight. I literally almost started crying on the plane at the end of the last 10 minutes just because I was so over it. Flying 2 flights back to back was a mistake, but we're here. We're gonna enjoy it. I'll check back in when I have a better attitude. Morning! Today is day 1 in Singapore. We actually made it. Finally, we're walking to get coffee right now.
It's like 8:30 a.m. This is right when stuff starts opening. Nothing was open earlier.
Yeah.
We've been up for like 5 hours.
Yeah, I woke up at 3 a.m. today, and I had to wake him up at like 4 because I was so bored, but baby, we made it, and that's all that matters, okay? Tears were shed, fists were balled, eyes were rolled, but I'm going to be positive. I'm going to enjoy every single part of this trip, because when I tell you I'm never flying this far again, yeah. But anyway, stay tuned for more Singapore Chronicles. Bye.